What is up, YouTube? It's VyPr Sports here, and today I'm going to be talking about how one small NBA trade has the potential to impact the entire NBA offseason. A few days ago, a trade was made between the Brooklyn Nets and the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks received shooting guard Crabbe and a 2019 first-round pick from the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets got small forward Taurean Prince and a future draft pick. While this seems like a small trade at first that got caught up in the midst of the NBA Finals, it really has the potential to impact the entire league and how the offseason goes. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about that. We need to start off by figuring out what this trade means for both teams. For the Nets, this was a salary dump. Crabbe is a good player, but he was not really fit for the Brooklyn Nets anymore. They have bigger needs, especially with free agency coming up. D'Angelo Russell is going to be a restricted free agent, and he's probably going to make a lot of money and receive a lot of offers from other teams. In addition, the Nets are in a position where they can definitely get a lot of big-name free agents, and players such as Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant have been in connection with rumors with the Brooklyn Nets. So they're definitely going to be wanting to clear some cap space, which they were able to do in this trade. In addition, they got a good young player in Taurean Prince. But when we look at the Atlanta Hawks, this is when the trade gets really interesting. The Hawks now have 3 first-round picks: the 8th pick, the 10th pick, and the 17th pick. These are very valuable picks. It's not like these are low first-round picks. These are all very good first-round picks. And the Hawks really have 2 options here. They can either draft players with all these picks, round out their starting 5 to go alongside Trae Young and John Collins as the core players, or what I find to be the more likely and by far more intriguing option is they can attempt to make a trade, and that's what I think they really should do. The Anthony Davis sweepstakes are, as of right now, one of the most intriguing things going on in the NBA. There are a lot of questions around it, whether it's going to happen or not. Is Anthony Davis going to get traded? Where is he going to go to? If you want to hear more about my thoughts on that, I made a video about it. You can check that out. But now, there have been some reports that came out that show what the Pelicans really want for Anthony Davis right now. And that consists of an all-star player, a good young player, and at least two future first-round picks. And if there's any team that's going to be able to make a deal like this, it's the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I'm not saying Anthony Davis is going to go to the Hawks. I'm suggesting that a 3-team trade is going to happen, and that seems to be what the Pelicans believe is the most likely and most beneficial way for them as a team to trade Anthony Davis. In my mind, I have a trade going on involving the Pelicans, the New York Knicks, and the Atlanta Hawks. Let's start off with the Pelicans and the New York Knicks. The New Orleans Pelicans are going to trade Anthony Davis to the New York Knicks, of course. That's really what the Knicks' main goal is, and they're definitely getting some good things out of that. And in return from the Knicks, the Pelicans are going to get Kevin Knox, second-year small forward. Knox is a good young player, and the Pelicans need depth at forward, even though they are probably going to be getting Zion Williamson, a very good power forward, with the number 1 pick. Now looking at the New York Knicks, they're going to be trading the number 3 pick in this deal to the Atlanta Hawks. Now, why the number 3 pick? Well, it's a very valuable pick. It's their first-round pick, but primarily because it gives the Hawks the chance to draft RJ Barrett out of Duke. Think about the core that the Hawks would have. Trae Young, RJ Barrett, John Collins, that's a very good group. They also have some good role players like Kevin Huerter as well, and could definitely make some moves in free agency with this. And for the Knicks, yes, it would be a good deal. But for the Hawks, it gets even crazier. They would then trade at least two of their 3 first-round picks to the New Orleans Pelicans, maybe even all 3 if absolutely necessary, and it could be any combination of these 3, 8, 10, and 17, along with shooting guard small forward Kent Bazemore to the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, why Kent Bazemore? Kent Bazemore is a good role player for the Atlanta Hawks right now, but they have someone who fits that positional need now in Crabbe, and it would once again be another different type of salary dump. This also benefits the Pelicans in a way as well. While Drew Holiday most of the time is starting at shooting guard for them, they can move him to point guard, put someone at shooting guard, most likely Kent Bazemore, or another player who they get, Kevin Knox at small forward, Zion Williamson at power forward, and then draft a center with one of the first-round picks they'd be getting from the Atlanta Hawks. Or possibly, I think this is very likely, Mitchell Robinson, the center for the New York Knicks, could be involved in this deal somehow. I don't know whether he would go to the Pelicans or to the Hawks, but I think he is involved in this deal somehow. I just don't know which team would trade for him. But as a whole, this is a trade that really benefits all sides. The Knicks get a great player in Anthony Davis, well, that really goes without saying, and it helps them further in their offseason hopes of getting players like Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving to sign in New York. The Hawks get another great piece to add to their young core of Trae Young and John Collins in RJ Barrett, and the Pelicans just get another good way to round out their lineup and make what could be a very long and tedious rebuild into a slightly shorter one. As a whole, it benefits all sides, and I could see this exact deal or a deal with a very similar structure happening sometime this NBA offseason. Most likely before the draft, but I believe that something along the lines of this is going to happen this NBA offseason. So those are my thoughts on how something as simple as the Allen Crabbe trade could have a huge impact on this NBA offseason. And now, I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think something along the lines of the trade that I proposed is possible? And how will this impact the NBA offseason? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. This has been VyPr Sports, and I will see you in the next video.